For the first time in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, the double finger snaps, this is Dolynny TV, and that was a 6-3 Edmonton Oilers final over top of the Chocago Blackhawks to tie the series one apiece. The best of five now comes down to a best of three in Edmonton in the bubble for the Western Conference play-in series between the Oilers and Hawks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get through the scoring race because there is a bunch to get to. Off the top, it's Connor McDavid's hat trick is the scoring summary of this game, the difference maker. A guy who got called out several times over several places by journalists, the internet, whoever. I called him out. Tightens it up defensively, gets 3 goals, goes out there, plays beast mode, and gets the job done. And the Oilers, led by the captain on both sides of the ice. Yes, there might be a few screws loose at some point during the game defensively, but honestly, much better effort out of the entire Oilers, Connor McDavid in particular tonight. 19 seconds in, he scores the second goal of his playoffs and his first of the game. Darnell Nurse, Nugent Hopkins gets his third assist. That's your first goal summary. Then, only like 3 and 45 seconds later, Connor McDavid from Nugent Hopkins and Ethan Bear. Beautiful play. So both plays by McDavid, beautiful. The second one, McDavid drags backhand, tucks top shelf over the shoulder of Corey Crawford, and it was a gorgeous play to make it a big game in terms of being 2-1 going into the intermission. That 2-1 goal, that Hawks goal, you might be asking, scored by Patrick Kane. Some might blame McDavid on that. Some might blame Bear. I blame Nurse. Guys, I don't know. You know what? We gave up 3 tonight, and I feel like there's a lot less blame going around on the other 2, so we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. A big victory. We won't place too much blame tonight. We'll celebrate the fact that we are right back in this best of 5 series. DeBrincat and Cuckoo get the assists on the Kane goal. Then, same way we started that second period. No. Like, we spent some time this time. A minute 44 in, Tyler Ennis finds a puck at the blue line, right? Tyler Ennis is standing there, just randomly standing there. Kyler Yamamoto spins and just throws the puck off of somebody. Tyler Ennis is like, oh, hey, wrist shot. Scores a goal in what is kind of his return to the lineup after getting rocked in the head by Drake Caggiula last game. Of course, he comes back with questions. Maybe he might not play. Well, he plays, and he scores a big goal. And guess what? That is the Oilers' third straight even strength goal to start the game. But then, the Hawks answered back even strength as well. Slater, Cuckoo, Oli Mata, back-to-back games. Kirby Dach gets 2 assists. Kane gets his second point. DeBrincat gets an assist on the Cuckoo goal. Those two, the third pair in Chicago, get 2 big goals. And you know what? Cuckoo's goal sucks to suck. Mata's goal sucks to suck. That's just the way it went. But nevertheless, don't you worry. The Oilers get a power play back in the late half of the second period after the game tied up in the 15-13 mark. 2 minutes later, Connor McDavid scores on the power play, a gorgeous goal, that no-looker kind of deal, and he flings it off Duncan Keith back of Corey Crawford. I might be wrong on who the defender is, but don't blame me. All right, Alex Chiasson, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins get the assist there, and that sets up a third period. But pause. This game, my friends, could have easily gone off the rails in that second period for the Edmonton Oilers, all right? That second period could have absolutely wrote us off just right here. Zach Kassian, 7:37, 2 minutes for holding. Riley Sheehan, 2 minutes for slashing, 9:35. 11:56, Matt Benning, 2 minutes for high sticking. We could have wrote ourselves off right in that stretch from 7:37 all the way to, I guess, what would be whatever time left in the, so actually this is counting the other way, pardon me. So that would be 12:23 all the way to 8:04. That's where we could have wrote ourselves off, and I guess it would be 6:04. Technically speaking, we could have wrote ourselves off, but the Oilers penalty kill, absolutely phenomenal tonight. 0 for 4 for the Hawks, and the Oilers power play, not much better, 1 for 5, but 22 block shots, 14 for the Hawks. 8 takeaways for the Oilers. We were stealing pucks left, right, and center on the Hawks tonight. We pressured them. We did everything we should have, and we'll get to that in a moment. 15-12 giveaways for the Oilers. We got to clean that up. Penalty minutes, we've talked that. 34-23, the face-offs in favor of the Oilers. Hits My goodness, talk about the urgency, talk about the heart, talk about engaging in the physical battle. The Oilers take home 27-10 advantage in the hit department, and the Oilers shoot the Hawks 35-26 in what is Mikko Koskinen's first career playoff win. Corey Crawford has now allowed 10 goals in this playoff series. I'm sorry, Mike Smith isn't that bad. Mikko Koskinen isn't that bad. And combined, Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen aren't that bad. Hey, what do you say? What a turnaround from a Saturday afternoon in Crapville. Alright, so Koskinen, 23 saves, 26 shots against, 885 save percentage. And then, you know what, an interesting night all around, because we can talk all about what actually happened in the score sheet, what happened in the stats categories, but one thing we have to talk about a lot tonight is a guy on that third line, right? Josh Archibald went up to the top line, Kazian came down to the third line, and all of a sudden we had a third line that went to work tonight. Andres Athanasiou absolutely led that line with every dangerous chance. Lit it up. Dipsy doodling, driving pucks deep, doing what he needs to do. It was insane. Now, hold on. Let me get back to the goal scorers. I forgot to do the third period in which the Oilers needed to take a stranglehold on the game. And how about 7 minutes and 25 seconds in, James Neal strips a puck off of Corey Crawford. Oh, wait, Tyson. What was that you were talking about, Corey Crawford being worse than Mike Smith? Guess what? We got it back. We got it back, baby. We got it back off the stick of Corey Crawford. And back of the net, James Neal, his second goal of the playoffs. I mean, I know they're talking about Milan Lucic having points, but what about James Neal? Well, like, I'm not kidding you. This guy's lighting it up too. And that's another even strength goal. Alex Chiasson, then moments later on a drive deep by James Neal. He picks up a puck, drives the puck deep into the zone, puck bobbles around, Chiasson takes a pass, and he scores a goal. I don't think it was a pass, I think it was a deflection, but he rips it off of Dylan Strome, who is standing in the net, or somebody was standing in the net. Heck if I even remember at this point. But at the end of the day, the Oilers pot that sixth and all-important goal to get up 6-3 in the game, and they never looked back then. They did everything that needed to be done. They sat there, they were patient, they were physical, they were engaged, they played with heart, they played with hustle, they played with pace, they played engaged, they played every step of the way. They played a complete 98% effort. All right, I say 98% because there's one thing I already mentioned that the Oilers could tighten up for Game 3, and it's just stop the silly penalties, stop taking them all in a row. Zach Kazian, Riley Sheehan, Matt Benning, your depth guys, costing you penalties, costing you time on the ice that is 5-on-4 that simply doesn't need to be 5-on-4. And all around, though, you know what? You can complain about the penalties, but we still ended up clutching up a W in this one. 6-3 over the Hawks. Mikko Koskinen, steady Eddie, had a 10-beller at one point, and other than that, just did what needed to be done to win the Edmonton Oilers this hockey game. And now we look ahead to Game 3, in which who do you call out here? I think the only question is what's going on with Leon Draisaitl. He's been rather quiet. Yes, his line had a 5-on-5 goal, but where's he been the rest of the time? The power play was pretty quiet tonight, not as dynamic without him kind of doing stuff. So I guess, you know what, as Chris Cuthbert and Louis DeBrusque said, when Leon Draisaitl wakes up, this series is over. And you know what? That would be a very, very welcome moment for me. We've got Game 3. Game 4. The last thing I can afford next Saturday is a Game 5. I'm telling you that for deeply personal reasons here. So, you know what? We're going to move on to Game 3 and get this done. 6-3, a victory. 35-26, the shots on goal. And Mikko Koskinen lights the way in his first career playoff start and has done fantastic effort throughout. So just quickly go back to, I guess, game 1 here for a second. Let me just go back there and get a stat on Mikko Koskinen because, right, I don't know how many saves he made that game in Game 1. So Mikko Koskinen comes in, makes 19 shots against for 18 saves. So Koskinen with 18 saves. Let's go 18 Plus, he makes a total of how many tonight? I've already forgotten. 23. He gets 23 tonight. It's 23 on 26 shots against. Plus 23. Bingo. Divided by a total of 19 plus 26, which is a 45. And Mikko Koskinen has a 9-11 save percentage in the Stanley Cup playoffs. There's a quick stat for you. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to hit the comments section down below. Tell me what you thought of the hockey game. It was legit. I was nice and cool because I decided to throw on a tank top instead of a friggin' suit jacket or an Oilers jersey, which overheated me in 30-degree heat, by the way, the other time. The last thing I have to say is, this is Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. I will catch you tomorrow. Let's talk Game 3 tomorrow afternoon. I'm up on out of here.